Hello and welcome back to FPS Creator Classics, where we take a look at interesting and original games developed in FPS Creator. Now, those of you that were around for the very first episode will know that I played Beyond Life, which was a really influential sci-fi game developed by a guy called Wehtam, or, well, his real name's Matthew Crowd. Today we're going to play another one of his games. I wouldn't go so far as to call it a prequel, but it is set in this sort of same universe. So there's some references that will kind of, they cross over basically. So this is Automatic Update. As far as I can make out from the forum thread, it was made while he was moving house. Didn't have access to all of his custom media, so he made it using stock media that's included with FPSC. And it's a really nice example of how you can take stock media that's included with the base product and just turn it into a really nice level. Having said that, there is some custom media going on, not least of which is a cutscene that actually starts the game off that gives you a lot of the backstory. So I won't bother doing a big kind of yellow square with some text on it to explain backstory, because it's all going to get explained in the cutscene. What I will say is that the setup INI, normally I would put my screen resolution in here, 1920 by 1080, but I've had some issues with it for some reason. It always crashed the game when I did that, so I just sort of started trying different aspect ratios, different resolutions, until I eventually found that the most resolution I can squeeze out of this game is 1366 by 768. So it will be in 16 by 9, but it will be upscaled for this 1080p recording. But that shouldn't make too much of a difference, I don't think. FPSC is not the prettiest game engine out there, but it just might make some of the HUDs a little bit sort of blurry and pixelated. So just something to be aware of. Okay, so let's get stuck in. Yes. ManolaCamp.net. What on earth is that?
In 1989, Glenn Hamilton handed his legacy of an automated workforce to his son, Maximilian. The company was called Automatic Update, a secretive technological firm dedicated to the development and manufacture of an artificial army. The robotic labourer was born, a pawn in the hand of man. Despite Maximilian's genius, he could not escape the prison of motor neuron disease. As his condition progressed, Maximilian created an interface which could establish a neural link between his mind and that of the primary network. Divinity Net was born. Maximilian's faith in divinity grew as his body became less controllable. He adored this platform that required no physical interaction, yet provided so much control. Before Maximilian's disappearance in 2004, he was recorded spending most days in Divinity Net, working on a project he referred to as a life beyond. In his own words, this invention will provide true neural simulation controlled by the client. The year is 2004. Today at 1300 hours, Maximilian disappeared. The automated workers have malfunctioned.
Okay, so I like this menu screen, by the way. Just it's cool how it kind of looks like a desktop with some folders, and actually there's a little bit of there's a reference to Beyond Life here. Thordo and Luferne, those are the two planets they talk about in that game, and also just a life beyond. Yeah, Beyond Life. There's definitely some crossover. Also, I like this music. So pretty standard FPSC controls to get us started. And here we are, starting in an elevator shaft. Obviously, as I said, everything in this game is stock, apart from, well, the HUDs. The HUDs are not stock.
Another hero, I see. Do you even know what you're fighting for? I wouldn't bother trying to rescue anyone. My workers are programmed to kill on sight.
Okay. So immediately we've got some interesting architecture going on here with the kind of curved... It's definitely not like a corridor shooter. There's some nice sort of curved walls, and this lighting is very interesting too. I don't know what version of FPSC this was made in. Obviously Beyond Life... Wow, is that lava? Really? This is unexpected for a technology firm. Just to have a lava pit there. Okay, random. But yeah, as I was saying, this was made in 2009, so FPSC had obviously had several updates by that point, so I don't know whether this is made on an updated version or whether Wehtam was still using version 1. I think it must be an updated version because the shadows look better in this than I remember version 1's shadows being. Anything in here? No, can't get in. Is that a little triggered explosion? That's cool, I like that. And there's some custom music going on as well.
You're very persistent. Let's see. Ah, yes. Officer number 24. First name Edward. Well, Ed, it's nice to meet you.
The old exploding barrel trope being exploited there to good effect. This is all cool. You know, it's so nice when developers take the time to not just make square box rooms, they actually put some kind of, you know, some different shapes in there. Really breaks it up, makes it more interesting. And it's really simple to do in FPSC. I don't know why more people don't do it. I was just as guilty of it as anybody, but... Oh my god, there's so many of them. Okay. And I only have 29 health. Not good. Ah, now having jumped down, I bet I can't get back up to where there was that health pack. Can I pick any of this stuff up? No. Ugh. I guess I'm stuck. May end up dying now. I knew Peak would save me.
Hello? Is anyone still here? If anyone can hear this broadcast, I'm stuck in base 17. There's crazy bots all over the place. Please, someone, send for help.
Well, there's no way that barrel should have damaged that robot. Ow. Okay, well, fair play. I probably deserve that. Can I get through here? Is there anything? Oh god. Oh, wow. That was, yeah, not good. Radiation or something. Man, that took so much of my health. Gotta be a bit less carefree with my health. Don't know whether that enemy was spawned to appear right then or whether he was just waiting there all along, but that was kind of cool. Okay, so what have we got? We have a... Wow, did that actually break the...
I don't think you realise what I'm trying to do here. DivinityNet is the future. Imagine a utopian society controlled equally by its participants, a world that's fair and not so heavily dependent on such a weak, poor design as that of the human body.
There's always some extra layers going on in Wehtam's games. You know, there's definitely some philosophical arguments going on here about, you know, equality and what it is to be human. Then again, I guess all the best sci-fi does that. Well, this is very dramatic lighting. It's nice because it feels like it's in the world of Beyond Life, but at the same time it feels a little bit more grounded in reality, and also uses a different art style and colour palette, so it's sort of connected but not. Am I supposed to... How am I supposed to get out of this room? It's not that one. Oh, maybe there's a switch. Is that a switch? Is there a switch? Yep. Cool. I don't like the radiation symbols everywhere. That's not good. And with 44 health, yeah, well, we'll see about that. Wait a second, that's not a robot, that's an actual... That's a person. SWAT team. I'm assuming that glowing green thing is probably radioactive. I like the light though. I like the design of this space. You know, it's kind of, again, not a square room. I mean, it would make no sense to design a space like this probably in real life, but it just makes for something quite interesting. All these little gantries and, yeah, it's cool. Okay, we have a new weapon. With no scope. That's... not massively helpful. Oh, okay. Some barrels spawned to explode at that point. I wonder if I can't get into that air vent. Okay. Wait, weren't we here earlier? Have we done a big loop? Probably. Are we? Yes, we've been here before. That's cool. Wehtam's always really good at these sort of circuitous routes round levels. Makes the level feel a lot longer than it actually is, but kind of you know. Now, did I miss anything? Oh god, this looks...
Oh, thank God. I thought everyone had left me here. The key on the side over there will open the door to the waste disposal. You should be able to reach Max through there. But I'm gonna go and make use of those corridors you cleared out. Thanks a lot.
I bet he doesn't walk away though. No. Oh well, at least he's got a gun. Hopefully he'll be fine. That looks funky and very dangerous. Okay, so back up to full health, which is good. And we now have a key to get through what I'm assuming is the door with the no entry sign on it. Requires a key.
To Divinity Net will free the mind of its mortal shackles. Inside the net, I'm no longer a mere man constrained in a wheelchair. I can be whatever I want. I can be a god.
Okay, so they're certainly building up this this character. But if he's inserted himself into the machine, I mean, what are we going to have to do? Shut it down or what? Okay, more. Oh, I hate a jumping puzzle. Oh god, I do not want to die. Damn. I knew that was going to happen. You know, I pressed spacebar and nothing happened. I think I'll try running this time. There we go. Honestly.
Do you like to play games, Ed?
Hey, wait a minute.
I think you do. I think you'll do very well in my game. I know exactly which character you'll play.
I don't know if anyone saw, but there was a little symbol back there which I recognised from Beyond Life. When you start putting in Easter eggs for your own games, that's when you know you've made it. Just taking a moment to appreciate some nice lit up pipe work, because I'm sad like that. Oh, we triggered something. I thought that was an exploding barrel up there. I couldn't see very well.
I wonder what future you'll create inside Divinity. What do you say, Ed? Maybe a rich king of Tudor times, or what about a hero in a space-age adventure story? With my invention, you can choose Beyond Life.
Very clever. Actually, I can't tell whether the HUD says 96 or 56. It was 96. Now it's 87. Okay, so not doing too badly for health. I'm now stuck on this piece of environment. Will I get the chance to come back here though? That's the question. Go on, I'll take it. Let's see what happens. Only one life left though. This could be really embarrassing if I now die. Okay, guess I'm walking the plank. Or the girder in this case. FPSC never had real good hitbox detection. Basically the hitbox is a thing that encompasses the entire character, so you couldn't kind of shoot a character in the legs and do less damage to them. You just did the same amount of damage no matter where you shot them. And in fact, it took a very long time for even headshots to come in. And I think that's it. I think it will play the intro cinematic again, which we can skip past, before it loads the main menu.
In 1980...
Yeah, so I'll skip past that by clicking. Okay, so there we go. Right, so automatic update. wow. I mean, sometimes you play FPSC games and they just really stand out. The artistry, you could just tell it was made by a developer that really cares. I liked everything about that game, to be honest. What I liked most about it was the fact that the use of stock media was so good. I mean, a lot of people beat on stock media. Oh, you shouldn't use stock media. Everyone can use that. Every person who kind of gets the software will just use that and create sort of like a rubbish game. As if there's some merit to kind of making custom media. But you don't have to. If you can lay it out in a really nice way with some really nice lighting, and you can kind of design your level in an interesting way. I like that we kind of revisited areas from kind of different angles. I think the best levels do that a lot. You can kind of, see different spaces from multiple angles. It gives you a sense of progression. You kind of come back to an area like, okay, all right, yeah, I recognize this, but last time I was on the other side of that bit of glass. Now I'm here. It just, kind of makes it feel like you've achieved something, like you're actually going somewhere. And the storyline as well. It's so. Wait, does that mean that Beyond Life is a simulation inside Divinity Net? Does this completely change the course of the Beyond Life lore? Wow, that's pretty profound. But it dealt with some interesting themes as well. With our sort of main antagonist being a sufferer of motor neurone disease, and the lengths that he would go to try and escape that. Yeah, it's very intelligently put together, and even the script had a couple of little pithy references to Beyond Life, which were really nice to see if you recognise that kind of stuff. And even if you didn't, it was still a pretty fun game to play. Obviously, you're dealing with limited mechanics with FPSC. We're pretty much just running and shooting, but a game like Automatic Update shows you how fun running, shooting, and pressing switches on a wall can be. Just those basic elements. We didn't even have to stack anything this time, so that was that was good. So okay, well, I do recommend you check out Automatic Update. It's a really well put together game, and there will be a link in the description. It can be downloaded from StarMine's website. And that's it for this episode. So hopefully the next game will be just as good. So until then, see you then. Bye.